Hello everyone, I'm Oranges, also known as Oranges Love, and I'll be running Lupin the Third Hunt for Legendary Treasure. Alright, let's get started. Make sure my timer's going. Alright. Skip cutscenes. Important. Alright, on the bottom right here you can see a little item that I switched through with LNR. We're basically switching through items throughout the entire run. I'm going to try and explain what each one does as I use it. Right there was a moon jump. This helps me save a little time on ladders. Alright, and coming up in this level, you're going to see me fight 3 little robots that look like Roombas. And sorry if you can tell I'm kind of nervous. My voice may be a little cracking a little bit. Should be fine. Alright, this is basically the only time you're going to see me kill these things. Every other time I'm going to either dodge or damage boost through them. Alright, that's fine. And this machine right here, I'm going to break this console. There's one in basically every level. I have to break it to leave the level. It also opens up these stairwells right here. I'm going to use to get to the exit. Not sure what's going on in chat. But it's this little animation right here. That's a reference to the anime. Mash through these password screens, of course. See right here, you're gonna see me pick up a lot of bombs. Basically the only items I really need. These bullets are just for safety. I have a lot of safety strats for the marathon. Right here, it's one of the few times when I'm actually gonna use a health item. Most levels you can just damage boost through without needing to heal, but this one, because of those flames that take about half my health, I have to use one. Up here's a ladder. I have to be really careful on ladders because if I miss him, he goes into sort of a falling too fast state, in which I'll definitely die. You can't grab a ladder, you can't grab a ledge, you can't hit a loading zone. If he sort of falls too fast, he's just dead. So you're gonna see me be extra careful on ladders throughout the entire run. Alright. Coming up next is the Grappling Hook stage. Most of the items you're only going to see me use once or twice. This is the main time when I'm going to use the Grappling Hook. It's actually the longest stage in the game because you just have to go through this annoying little maze back and forth, going through these little vents. There's no other way to get through the level. You have to work your way up to the top of the stage. Oh yeah, and when I go through these vents or sometimes a door, basically going to the other side of the level, because all the levels have 2, or not all of them, most of them have 2 sides they can go between. Which can be kind of confusing, which adds to the sort of labyrinth element of the game. Yeah, it's going to be going back and forth. After this long section, it's going to be a little mini-boss. This one I'm actually going to fight. There are 4 mini-bosses total. 2 of them I'm going to skip. Just because they're not really mini-bosses, since they're not really forced, but they're bigger enemies than usual. Yeah, one nice thing about this game is the large amount of health you get for just damage boosting through levels. Although when you get to the boss, suddenly it gets super hard and doesn't seem like nearly enough health at all, but I'll be fine. Alright, it's the first and hopefully last time you'll see me use the gun. basically all the bosses I need bombs to kill. But these guys, their hitboxes, or their weak point is on their head. So I have to use a gun. It's a little bit weaker than bombs, but I have to use it for these guys. There's a little tricky roll from B to X right there on the controller. And it doesn't matter if I hit that because I have to wait for this door anyway. And now that I've hit that, the door is all open, so I don't have to go through the entire little event maze. This level just feels so long compared to every other level. Because you can't just blow through it. Oh, oops. Usually the obstacles are, enemies, lasers, or whatever. Those you can just damage boost through. Alright, next level. Actually, that first one we see elevators and trapdoors. Trapdoors are really tricky. It's very easy to fall through. And if you fall through, you usually fall on spikes, and it takes a lot of time and health. Since I'm damage boosting through so many things, I will often die if I mess up and fall through. Oops, hit that guy. Yeah, these elevator doors are basically always guarded by these little robots. I try and jump over them when I can, but often you just have to damage boost through them. Sort of the theme of the run, damage boosting. 5, 6. I like to count the floors as I go up, even though they're written on the walls. Okay, awesome. Yeah, as you see, some levels have 2 consoles, and you have to get both of them. You see all these doors right here, they would be closed. And of course this door right here would be closed if I didn't break them. Yeah, there's a whole plot going on with Fujiko being kidnapped or something, and like an evil guy with robots, but we're not really going to see any of that. Alright, it's the first stage where I have to take a detour on floor 6. The stages are somewhat linear, but you have to just keep stopping on floor 6. So the way I remember it is I say that the bathrooms are on floor 6. Of course now I don't even need to try to remember, I just do it. But that's how I was remembering it originally. Right up here we see the flash bomb for the first time. That's like a little mini boss up there in the ceiling. The flash bomb just freezes enemies in place, and they're sort of flashing. Their hitboxes don't go away, but they don't move, so if they're not already in the way, I can just walk by, like those guys. I'm going to use it on one other mini-boss. It's pretty handy. It works on bosses, but you can only give them one hit while they're flash bombed, so it would be very slow to use on bosses. Okay, well, you can see Fujiko after they beat the final boss, the unskippable cutscenes. Yeah, sorry if I'm not reading chat like at all. It's not really used to having a chat or viewers. And see right there, you can see I can get a tight jump to dodge that robot, but then have to take a hit on the way back. It's basically what we try and do with most of the robots, just try and get a tight jump to get right by them. But not that one. Alright, here's the next robot that I'm using the flash bomb on. He's got these arms that wave up and down. I want them to be in the right position when I use the bomb, so I'm going to walk slowly. Got it. And he's frozen for just enough time for me to get by, even with that extra swing. Usually you have to break that square that's to the left of him. I don't know how anyone would figure that out, but that's how you kill him. But with this way I can just sneak by. And just gotta hit this guy. I don't know why I even tried to jump. He always hits me. Yep. Door. Door. There we go. Real final boss, doors. Alright, this is important. I have to fall down here. If you just try and climb down, that turret will shoot you. And those blocks to my right, those would be just sort of thrashing back and forth. And if you try and climb them without breaking the console, they just instantly kill you. But like if you see them, it's obvious you can't get by. They're just thrashing back and forth. Right here. Just got a damage boost through these. Obviously you're supposed to sort of wait for a cycle after each, or before each laser, but don't need to. And up here, it kind of looks like this floor is avoidable, but basically there's no fast way to go by those two traps without getting hit. Right here, some tight jumps to avoid these lasers. Basically I have to start to walk onto that trapdoor and then jump. Otherwise I'll either get hit by the laser or just fall in the trapdoor, which is bad. Alright. Coming up here is a great little manipulation I found. I'm pretty proud of it. Right before walking this door, I sort of jump at the doorway so I hit my forehead, and it manipulates that robot up on top to miss me with his laser. If you just run straight in, you'll either get hit by his laser or try and jump over it and hit the robot itself. So I have to do that little jump. Alright, this level looks exactly the same, just more damage boosting through these walls of lasers. Alright, see, in this elevator, the faster way would actually be go to floor 19, but 18 has a bomb and a health drop, so I lose about 10 seconds going this way, but it's worth it for the safety. See, 19 would drop me right there under floor 20, which is, yeah, floor 20, that's where I'm going. Oh, that was weird. Comes the first boss. I'm gonna try and focus, although I haven't been talking that much anyway, I feel like, so it'll be too different. Let's go cutscene. Let him jump at me. Go back into it, there you go. Nope, he dodged it. It's two. He's gonna jump over it. Oh wow, he is giving me trouble. Oh, this is really bad. Let him jump. Is that 3 hits? I'm gonna have to use bullets. Oh no, he's dead. Alright, cool. That was pretty slow, but should be fine. I was getting a lot of good fights in practice. I was hopeful, but it's alright. That fight can go a lot worse if I run out of bombs. Alright. Jump over the... It's actually a pretty tricky sequence of jumps right here to avoid all these trapdoors and land on the thing. Okay, I'm good. It's actually important that I hit this little ledge right here after falling off of this. Otherwise the fall is slightly too large and I'll die. All these drops right here are just short enough that I can do them without grabbing the ladder. Alright, you saw me grab some bombs just a second ago. The top right, it just seemed out of the way, but they're necessary for this next little mini-boss. It kind of looks like you can just sort of jump over this guy, but you can't. 3, 4. He's nice, he just stands there. Oops. Although if you try and, like, I don't know, get around him in any way, he'll just jump in your way. It's really impossible to get by him without bombing him. Oh yeah, and I didn't mention, bombs are obviously much more powerful than bullets. I think it's 3 bullets is as strong as 1 bomb, and 2 punches or kicks is equal to 1 bullet, so bombs are basically the only way to go. If you run out of bombs and bullets, then you're not gonna have a good time. Alright, this level, as you saw, I just sort of let myself fall down that bridge. It's faster to do this than just waste time on the bridge. Like, staying on top of the bridge is a challenge. It's like a lot of obstacles that you have to avoid to stay on top of the bridge. If you do get through it, you get a different level 11, which is longer and harder than longer and harder than the one that I'm going to get by going underneath, so it's easier just to do this. Womp, 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 womp. Alright. Let's see. Alright, as you'll see in this level, you're supposed to... Right after this little bump here. You'll see, I'm just going to swim under this whole thing. It's sort of implied that you're supposed to go up these little paths to get air, but the exit's just on the far right, so like, there's no point going into all these little maze areas. And despite him blinking like right away when you're swimming, he can actually hold his breath a really long time. Like, you would basically have to intentionally drown. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen it happen, even while intentionally staying under a long time. And right here underneath each of these ladders is a little landmine. Just something you don't really notice because I'm just going to dodge it. And jumping over these 2 guys is really 2 really tight jumps. Rarely do I ever get both. In fact, I used to always get the first one and not the second one. Now I always get the second one but not the first one, so I don't know why that is. And this should be level 12 right here. Fun fact, if you take the upper path on the bridge and you get the different level 11, and when you get to level 12, it's actually... Oh, I didn't get enough speed there. It's actually completely reversed. They just mirrored the whole level for some reason. I gotta be real. This level has a lot of broken ladders. Just gonna be extra careful. Whoa, that guy... what? He's never done that before. Caught me like that. Yeah, these 2 holes you can just jump down. That guy was after me too. Ooh, I think I'm gonna hit by this rain drop. Yeah. If you don't do that ladder perfectly, then you get hit by that first rain drop. Or you have to wait for it. Anyway. It's like this next level's pretty fast. It's sort of a maze with broken ladders, so it sort of makes you think you have to go back and forth, like between sides of the level. It's big and complicated and they're rolling boulders, but once you realize that you just drop between these floors, like you don't... Oh, whoops. I meant to grab that bomb. It's fine. Didn't do the camera manipulation either. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to grab an extra bomb in the next level, which is... Oops. That could have ended badly. Yeah, if you're in that falling too fast state where you instantly die, yeah, you try and just fall into the next level, you'll die. So I have to be careful on all those ledges. Yeah, this is a bit slower than getting the bomb in the previous level, but I forgot. Let's see if I can get this tight jump. Yeah, those sort of orange crouching robots have weird hitboxes. They're just a little bit bigger than they look. Alright, see, this is the one I would have skipped. Luckily I had one bomb. Well, actually it's not luck, because I got 6 bombs before the mini-boss, and then I used 5, so I kind of have to grab extra bullets for safety. I think yeah, the health was also safety, since I already had enough. Alright, here we see some exploding statues. It's actually possible to jump over one, maybe... Oh, didn't mean to get hit again. 1, maybe 2 of those with the moon shoes, but it's very precise, and I usually just get hurt. Although I got hurt anyway, just trying to dodge them. It can be tricky to get in between the falling rocks and the statue without getting hit. There's the last bomb pickup. Just gonna leave those bullets. Yeah, I actually used to use flash bombs on this boss, but more recently I've just gotten used to waiting for his one weak point. Oops. That was close. Yeah, here we're coming up on the final boss. He basically has tons of invincibility moves, and you can dodge stuff, and it's pretty frustrating, but sort of worked out a strat that just lets me always get the hit. He's gonna jump. Now he's did an extra dash just for fun. And this should be it. And screen fades to black. And time. Alright, there we go. And that's the game. And this dialogue is all unskippable, as I just like to mash through it. Get to the credits. Alright, so if you've already checked the leaderboards, you'll see that it's a world record by a little bit. I don't record a lot of my runs, so it's kind of expected. I've changed the route a bit, learned how to fight these bosses better, practiced a lot. Why does everyone talk about Yu Yu Hakusho? Alright, thank you. At least someone gave me... Alright, I guess they're behind. I forgot chat's a lot behind. They're the GGs. And there's Fujiko, you can see her. There's a whole emotional story going on here. Don't really worry about it. Right, I'm not sure how much... I thought we were ahead of schedule, but I'm not sure by how much, or how much time they want to let me talk. But, I want to say thank you to everyone running this marathon. It's fun, and it's pretty nervous, but it's pretty special for me to get to show off this game in front of, tons of people who probably have never heard of this game, or maybe never even heard of Lupin the Third. So thank you for that. And hopefully I'm still, I don't know if I'm still in the air. Hopefully. If anyone's interested in running this game or any Lupin the Third game, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Discord. Or if you want to, I don't know, just talk about these games in any way, I'd be happy to talk. Alright, I think I'm out of things to say. Up next is Bobby's World by Nerdy Nester. Alright, these are the credits. Based on the ending theme from the anime. I can turn on I'm sure Fees will tell me when to stop streaming or stop